was something I found in a book of mine. It's out of print. It's called A Locomotive Engineer's Album by George Abdil. And someone just decided to build a spark arrestor like a pipe.
Cool.
It's kind of funny.
We also have Gordon as Rudy Giuliani and Thomas as Sonic.
Okay.
No, his tail's getting trolled.
Yank his mic now.
Great, let's go.
Okay, so what if you want to build a train with a stupid boiler? These are the stupidest boilers I could find. Take your pick, take a gander, comment on anything you want to see during the bonus round.
What is going on here?
Okay, so this locomotive called
L'Aigle.
You know,
the eagle. The eagle. It's called the eagle. You can tell because it doesn't look anything like a fucking eagle.
Yes.
What the goddamn hell?
So did some asshole look up in the sky, point at a fucking bird, and say, that's
what that is.
It
looks exactly the same to me.
Jesus hell.
It's very large wheels.
One of the things you notice about eagles is that they're made primarily of cast iron.
Well, I
look at the
eagles,
fucking,
notably one of the only steam-powered animals.
So for the eagle, you have a firebox that then bifurcates into a smaller firebox, and then it goes into a tube. But on top of the boiler is another boiler with no tube. And then you have like a stack in the boiler, and then you have the actual. Why would you build a train like that? And the one under it's like a fucking double-decker bunk bed firebox. What is that?
No, it's like in the Lego movie with the double-decker sofa.
That's even worse. What if someone in the middle of the upper seat has to go to the bathroom?
What's going on with this angled boiler guy? It looks like a rack railway.
So you know how a lot of locomotives like tend to explode when like the crown sheet gets exposed?
It's like a lowrider truck.
Some guys like, what if we idiot-proof this and just put the crown sheet so far under the water level that no idiot would blow it up? He claims it was for like thermal efficiency, but no, that's clearly a boiler, so idiots don't kill everyone.
And some guy up here apparently has decided if we had 3 boilers, that would be better than 1.
Yeah. What if we had a boiler that like reached out and just shoulder checked you while you're on the platform?
Look, stand behind the yellow line.
Yeah, but then it reaches out past the yellow line because they didn't plan the yellow line.
Stand even more behind the yellow line.
Backing up.
Exactly.
Backing up.
Should have got the new line ILS updated so you can see where they moved it. And then the lower middle one is, again, this is sort of a similar example to the upper middle, which is the French especially started trying to build boilers that could be bigger but still fit between the wheels. So they either stacked up double boilers or they had them in a weird pinched oval. Now, the problem with it is you don't ever want to have a pressurized vessel in anything other than a cylinder like that. And the reason is because the pressure will want to equalize and push that form into the shape of a circle with equal tension around it. So these were just
if
really
they pressurize it enough, it'll become a regular boiler.
Yes, but you'll also be pushing your wheels off the axles and probably killing everyone.
This is why broad gauge was the right decision. We should have gone with Brunel gauge.
No, because the loading gauge doesn't allow a proportionally larger amount on the outside of the engine for outside cylinders. We could have this fight later. We got to keep going. It's a bonus round next slide. I cannot drop between. I cannot
Cramptons.
drop. Yeah, Le Crampton, very popular in France, invented by I guess Mr. Crampton. Is it like Jean-Pierre Crampton? Wait, no, his name's Thomas Russell Crampton. This dude was English.
Thomas Russell Crampton.
No, he was English.
I am French. I am English.
he was an Englishman, but he designed a locomotive. He was English, but he designed a locomotive that was very popular in France. Okay, that makes sense. So the deal with the Crampton is that they wanted to put the boiler as absolutely low as possible because they thought lower center of gravity would be safer at high speed.
Sure, makes sense to me.
The only way they thought to do that. So in order also to get a really big wheel for fast passenger service, they just mounted the axle behind the firebox where there's room, so you don't have to cut through the boiler or have like a double boiler or something. The problem with that is you have no weight over the back part of the train like that. The entire boiler weight's being carried on unpowered wheels. So the only way I could see the Crampton working past like a 5-year window is if they just fed all their drivers gavage to put more weight on that axle.
See here, this is imagine this big wheel just spinning. They could go very fast. They couldn't pull anything.
No.
If you yourself wanted to get somewhere and you wanted to drive the Crampton, that was fine. If you wanted to pull a passenger car, no.
That's the most cursed libertarian feature.
Everybody has their own
you
private.
Have railroads. You have railroads everywhere, but it's just
everyone has their own Crampton.
I mean, isn't that basically what happened with cars, though?
No.
Yeah, except now you have less chances to like steer and save your life.
It's kind of how early railroads work too.
You have to yell out points, and then someone on the side of the road switches the track.
Yeah, the state-owned open access railroads, like
still
the main line.
Nominally a thing with
like,
train operating companies in the UK too. There'll be some that just like buy the right to operate like a handful of trains.
You should probably do an episode
that's scheduled though. This is anyone can use their own locomotive on the railroad at any time. That's how the Philadelphia and Columbia Railroad worked.
You could easily do a bonus episode on
you can run it.
That, yeah. But
sorry, or if you have a horse.
But yeah, that's it for the Cramptons. Next slide.
Yeah. Well, we also got like the big Sterling locomotive.
Our friend of the podcast, Isambard King of Brunel, tried to build an even bigger wheel on a bigger gauge, and so he got a 10-foot wheel, but he literally just put it on a weightless cart.
Our boy
he built the world's dumbest Ferris wheel, is what he did. With no people.
Good Lord!
But what if you want to build a stupider wheel?
The fontaine. Yes.
So the fontaine, in order to build the equivalent of a bigger wheel, they tried to have like almost like compound gearing, but with wheels. Which, what's the best part about gears with no teeth?
Yeah, that's not a.
They slip. Yeah,
they don't work.
Yeah. So he invented additional wheel slip. This is what he did.
Good.
You had the big wheel on top that drives a smaller wheel, which makes the big wheel on the bottom go faster, right? That's fine. That'll work.
Yeah, but that's like a gear reduction ratio of like 1.18 to 1.
Look, it'll go 70 instead of 60, assuming it's not carrying anything.
Trains need to do that. Remember, they're getting bigger. We need the gobernador, or we won't be able to do that.
Is this the Florida East Coast Railroad?
I believe that was the Fontaine Engine Company.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, they bring this out to Key West.
That'd be funny to watch it. No, that's how you do it. The rust adds adhesion.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We figured it out.
Key West extension. That's an episode right there.
Also, I just want to say I am Puerto Rican and I apologize for how badly I'm speaking Spanish. I cannot think straight right now.
Welcome to the club.
Yes. All right.
How you doing, Alice?
You know how FDR said when you're at the end of your rope, you tie a knot in it and hold on? That's how I'm doing it.
It's okay. They get funnier from here. I made sure to have it be a ramp up to keep. I figured we would need a fourth quarter wind. But what if you want to build an even stupider wheel than that? So in order to improve adhesion, some guy thought with this locomotive, what if instead of a circle, we make it a 118-sided polygon?
Yes.
Oh,
and I just want to say,
roll for initiative.
Yeah, 118 is not the kind of word you like draw on the plans. That's the kind of number you get when you stick a bunch of squares on a wheel and you come around to the other end. I guarantee you, he put in number 117, and he was like, "Hey, bring me my calipers. We got to cut this one different."
I don't even know how you do that.
Doing train phrenology.
This is like, I don't even know how you manufacture that. Like I know how you put a wheel together and just like, I don't know, you put a blade on the thing and spin it around. How do you do a 118-sided polygon? So every rotation, you get like one big bang, you know, as well as 118 smaller bangs you also get.
Yeah, it just sounds like artillery fire the whole time.
It sounds like a machine gun.
Yeah, it's just like it's quiet and then all together delightful experience. As you're just getting pounded.
Yeah. But wait, it gets worse.
This is, if anyone ever tells you that capitalism spurs innovation, show them this slide and tell them to shut the fuck up. Because this is just
Holman horror.
This is just pure capitalist grift. They invented some bullshit, literal fucking pyramid scheme train. And they made this stupid thing that looks kind of techno smart, and they sell it to stupid. This was like the first gadget bomb, just trying to sell some stupid idea for money that looks.
I'm so glad this has never happened since.
Luckily, we will not get there.
Yeah, they built the second one 10 years after the first one,
and so they asked Angel's investors, like, "Hey, can you give us each $1 million to like get this idea off the ground and invest in this new technology that you're